The doctor suddenly freaked out when he realized the patient's stomach was expanding at faster than light speed and was about to explode. Terrified, all the doctors abandoned the rescue and ran for their lives, and the ones who moved even a little slower were instantly swallowed by the massive belly. Even the reinforced bulletproof glass couldn't hold up and cracked like paper in front of him. Horrified civilians started screaming and running in every direction. The man quickly swelled into a 100-meter-tall giant, and with each step, the city streets shook like an earthquake. Just as he was about to launch an attack, a nearby building caught his eye. He immediately ran toward it with a greedy and excited look on his face, and shoved his massive hand straight through the window. The woman inside collapsed on the bed, trembling with fear, but she wasn't actually his target. He was staring at the roasted chicken sitting on the table. He tore off a drumstick and instantly shoved it into his mouth, but that tiny bit of meat wasn't even close to enough. Just as he was about to grab the entire chicken, a sharp pain suddenly ripped through his stomach. Curious onlookers stopped to watch what would happen, but 1 second later, disaster struck. A razor-sharp burst of force cut straight through the crowd, blasting pedestrians high into the air. A drunk homeless man tried to light a cigarette, but the moment the match struck, a massive explosion erupted. The terrifying scene snapped the fat guy awake from his sleep. It was just a dream, but he knew if he kept gaining weight, that nightmare might actually come true. But exercise was absolutely out of the question. Since he was a physics professor, he decided to create his own weight loss drug. He eventually created it, but he also knew if the experiment went wrong, it could kill him. Still, tired of all the problems caused by obesity, he grabbed the blue liquid and poured the entire thing into his mouth. Right after drinking it, a sharp pain shot through his belly, and the computer started sounding off alarms. Unable to hold on, he blacked out. Then the strangest thing happened. His gigantic body suddenly began to reshape, and his arms and legs became much slimmer than before. When he finally woke up, he was shocked to discover he wasn't just thinner, he was even more handsome than before. The sudden change made him as happy as a little kid. The first thing he did after losing weight was throw away his sack-like old clothes and put on the trendiest outfit he could find. But what he didn't know was that the drug actually came with side effects. Right after buying the new clothes, he went up to the girl of his dreams, ready to confess his feelings, but before he could say a word, he noticed his hand suddenly getting huge again. To avoid getting exposed, he quickly pushed her out the door. Turned out the drug only lasted for half an hour, but honestly, that didn't bother him at all. Since he invented it himself, he could take as much of it as he wanted. So during the day, he stayed in his normal form and taught at the university, and at night, he drove his supercar around and took his favorite girl out on dates. What used to be his dull life suddenly became exciting and full of fun with her around.